As you may know, if you watch my shorts, I finished making this batch of kombucha here. It is a Blue Lotus Zing kombucha with Blue Lotus and Skullcap herb. It's quite nice indeed, so I figured I'll just, sit on the couch, enjoy it, play with my multimeter, fun stuff, But in the process of doing that, I got to thinking, this stuff is pretty good, really good. I wonder what else I could make with it. And then it dawned on me. Wait a minute. Oh, I know just the thing to do. Okay, this has to be done. So I acquired this friend. Super cool, super fun. McDonald's iced tea. Yeah. Let's go make some kombucha out of it. I'll show you the process. So the most important part of all this is making sure that you have a clean environment. So I'm going to clean out this jar that was previously used for the Blue Lotus Zing kombucha. I'm going to use some star sand here in order to make sure that the environment is indeed very clean. It's a very, very, very concentrated acid, so try not to get it on yourself if you're using it. And you don't need a whole lot, just a very tiny amount. You'll see I'm not pouring a whole lot in there. Just that little bit, that's all you need. Now you just put some water in there. And then start stirring it up a little bit. Of course, you're going to want to put the top on there so you don't shake it all over the place, getting this crazy corrosive acid everywhere. But now that it's on, off we go. Now to finish it off, I'm just going to wash off all of this star sand. And if I get any of it on me, I'm going to quickly go to the fountain of water there to wash that off of my hand. Just getting the last few bits of the star sand out there because I do not want that interfering with the kombucha process at all. It certainly will not be very healthy to the SCOBY nor the kombucha mother, so I want to avoid that as much as possible. And I'm finishing it off here with some filtered water just to make sure there are no extra contaminants that are in this jar. And there we go. Now on to the next step. Now the next step is to use my SCOBY hotel here to pop a little SCOBY into the tea. So as you can see, it's got that starter liquid in there. It's kind of lacking. I think we're going to fix that in the future. But step one, of course, just gotta pour this tea into that jar. Now before I do any of that, I'm gonna need to glove up. I don't want to have any contaminants from my hands going into this tea, so anytime my hand's gonna go into something, it needs to be gloved. Now I'm just going to wash my hands with soap, the gloves rather. I found that this soap tends to kind of like sticking around on the gloves, so it takes quite a few rinses to fully get rid of it. But it's definitely worth getting rid of because you do not want any contaminants in the kombucha. After taking a look at my hands, I'm still seeing a little bit of soap, so I'm gonna go for another rinse. And there we go. Now I'm just gonna dry off by dabbing with a paper towel, and then we should be ready for the next step. So, now, with this jar, I'm going to pour in some of the McDonald's iced tea. All of it, actually. So, just going over the sink, because I don't want to spill it on the countertop, and now, with the rest of it, off I go. Now, you are seeing that foam on top, and unfortunately, a lot of that looks kind of holographic, meaning that may or may not be some kind of soap. I'm hoping it's not. Yeah, that stuff doesn't look too outstanding for the kombucha, but we'll see what happens. So now, it's time to take the SCOBY mother out of the SCOBY hotel and pop it into the tea. So here it is again. And my hand kind of doesn't fit in the jar, but, I managed to make it work. And then go to grab the kombucha mother, being very delicate with it, not wanting to damage it. It is kind of fragile, but it's able to hold itself together. Pulling it out here. And I'm seeing that the secondary SCOBY is indeed on there, so letting that fall off real quick, dropping that back in. There we go. And into the tea it goes. Technically, it's done. I got this yeast goop that I'm going to get rid of. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of starter liquid in there to help the process a little bit more. Having a more acidic environment helps it tremendously so. You technically could use just vinegar, but it's nice to use some starter liquid because it already has some of the cultures in it. Now to put the top back on the hotel. And again, we're using a rag so that you can have the thing aerate. It needs air in order to properly ferment. Otherwise, it's not going to be doing so hot with the alcohol to acids process. If you're making wine, you actually don't want any of that. You don't want any air, so use an air stop. But there we go. The process is complete, and we have our McDonald's kombucha, which I suppose with that name tag there, I'll have to change that in order for it to properly match what we've made here. Let me think of a good name. And I can deglove now. I'm not going to be touching any part of the kombucha anymore, so the area is safe to touch with my hands. Alright, how about a new name for this thing? I'm thinking we give it some proper McDonald's branding. How about something like McBucha? How do you like that? On it goes. Boom, making sure that it stays on tight. And there we go, McBucha is complete. So yeah, you can check out shorts to see more of the process here, and as it develops I'll track that. But now for the video outro. So I hope you all enjoyed that little show of how kombucha is made, especially with a weird type of tea being used, you know, McDonald's iced tea. This McBucha will be certainly very interesting to try. Again, I'm a little bit concerned with what looked like soap in the tea, not just because of course, well, it's gonna harm the SCOBY, but like, why am I drinking soap? But anyway, this was a fun little video, a little different, you know. All the kombucha stuff I've done in the past has been just shorts, and I figured a long form video would be really cool to show off more detail about the process, show like really intimately what's happening, and you know, fun little skit in the beginning. Yeah. Now I'm shooting this right here before I do all the ADR for the videos, and I didn't actually have dialogue in the videos when I was shooting them. It'll just be voiceovers, so not really ADR, just voiceover. So if any of the previous clips are missing anything, I'm going to put some more information here. Oh. Holy shit, I got it all. That's nice, isn't it? But yeah, there's not much else to talk about, so that's a fun little video, isn't it? If you enjoyed this video, let me know. And, you know, give me a comment. So, like, I want to see more kombucha stuff. I want to see more, like, weird stuff from C28 music. Music doing, like, brewery, making tea? What? Yeah, it's a little strange. It's a little different. It's fun, though. So, yeah. If you enjoyed today's content, you can of course subscribe, and YouTube will happily give you more content like this from myself and other creators. Very fun. I imagine you'll get some wildly different creators since it's content related to kombucha. But yeah. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave those in the comment section below and I will get back to them. And if they're super cool or I just like them a lot, I can put them in space. Like this one here. That individual's quite friendly and fun. I appreciate you letting me know that. It's really nice to know that I can help out with videos like that. My video logs have been something that I'm just using as a documentary of like my full sale journey. So it's nice that it is actually able to help people out. It's nice to hear that. Thank you. So yeah, fun little comments like that, you can get featured. Now, if you super enjoyed the content, you can join and become a Control Voltage. Control Voltages get access to the Discord server, behind the scenes content, early access to videos, and more down the line. Very fun stuff. I hope you all take care of yourselves. God be with you. And goodbye, YouTube.